let's get ready to be entertained.
Now that I never fall, I won't drop, I won't quit, and I won't stop until I win. I'm more than just a broken kid. They call me Miles, I'm Spider-Man.
Welcome back, y'all. We are getting into The Walking Dead, season 4, episode 14. Yes, you know what I realized with this show is that I think I said this almost in every single reaction, especially as of recent, that obviously we all have our favorite characters and we defend them to death. And I actually like that about the Walking Dead fans, that they really are dedicated not only to the show, but to the characters that they actually like. See, I'm all over the place when it deals with the characters. I literally have no loyalty. If you are not Queen M or Daryl, I think those are the only two that I can see myself, oh, and Carol. Those three are the only characters on the show that I'm gonna be most likely always loyal to. Like I saw the show like try to switch up and try to make Carol the villain. I saw what they were trying to do and turn the viewers against Carol, but it didn't work over here. Absolutely didn't work. But obviously, you know, as of recent, I've been, I know when I placed one episode on YouTube and it dealt with, I guess, whatever episode I was like bashing Tyrese. And there were some people that like really liked Tyrese and they were like, you know, Tyrese just lost his girl. Like it's crazy that you're like so not sympathetic to what he's going through and like blah, blah, blah. So like, it was like, okay, I got what you're saying. I still don't like him. But actually, was he? Oh, he wasn't in the last episode. So the verdict is still up there. But now obviously with my very strong feelings of Maggie. I think now, I feel like we're now in the territory of there's going to be fans for all these characters, so it seems. Because once we left over Bobblehead, I think like all of us agreed that she was like literally the worst. And now I'm in territory that's unknowns to me, where there's fandoms for people like Maggie, people like Tyrese. And that's fine. I still try, I really do try to understand what other people feel about Maggie. And I'm not gonna really keep talking about Maggie because I'm over it. But until the next episode, she irritates me. Hopefully it's not this. But yeah, so my very strong opinions of that character, because I do not like the character, and just seeing other people's viewpoints is, and I don't say it's bad at all. It's just that I just don't agree. And I think that we come to the understanding that I'm never going to agree with people who like Maggie. Or I should say, I'll never agree with people who like Maggie, like the reasons why they like Maggie, or whatever they're trying to say about Maggie, because I just don't like the character. But that's fine, right? That's fine. Maybe later on in the seasons, I don't know when Maggie clocks out of this show, but maybe later on in the seasons, I'll end up liking her. Like the door isn't closed for Maggie. The door is, okay, actually the door is closed for Maggie, because I don't want to be a liar, but it's not locked. Okay, so she could always open it again. So hopefully for that particular character, maybe later on down the line, I'll end up liking her. There, possibilities are endless. So I'm ready to jump into this episode. I just wanted to say that. I don't want people to get really like that angry at me, because I will bash most likely a character, just like Rick. And then I swear we're getting right into this reaction. But just like Rick, like I find Rick to be a flawed character, but I like him. The door isn't closed for him. The door almost gets closed a couple of times, but he always, I think so far he's done that in almost every single season, at least once. But I still like the character. So, and I went to battle with the Rick fans. I went to battle with the Tyrese fans. I went to battle with the Maggie fans. I went to battle with the Beth fans. Remember, I made fun of Beth. Who else did I go to battle with? I think that's it. So anyways, I'm ready to jump into this. We have 2 more episodes to go of this season, and then we're getting to season 5. This is insane how quickly I feel like I'm watching this show. And I kind of want to slow down, but I know y'all want me to keep going, but it feels like I'm going by like this. But regardless, let's get into this episode, y'all. So without further ado, let's jump into The Walking Dead and find out exactly what the show has got to give. Oh, that's a nice teapot. Short and spout. Who is that?
Maybe it's
That's a walker. Right? Is that Carol and whatever this girl's name is? Hey Carol! Big boss Carol!
Sleep, Lizzie. I'm okay.
Lizzie.
If there's trouble, I can take Judith.
Judith's there.
You really think you can help me?
I know I can, ma'am.
Oh,
Do you
Judith's right
think
there.
there'll be kids there? At Terminus?
Terminus.
Their parents kept them safe, like Tyrese kept all of you safe.
I saved Tyrese. There were people shooting at him. I shot them. I didn't mean to shoot her in the head.
You had to.
Maybe there'll be kids there. Even if their parents couldn't keep them safe. Did you have kids?
I did.
What was she like?
She was sweet. She didn't have a mean bone in her body.
Is that why she's in here now?
Yeah.
Do you miss her?
Every day.
Would you miss me?
I'm not gonna have to miss you.
Ma'am, I
No,
can
I'm
help.
gonna need your help looking after things tomorrow. Go to sleep.
Aww. Big boss Carol's like, listen, girl, stop asking me questions. It's late. Go to sleep. You're annoying me. Carol is kind of dark though. Her answers are like, it's like dark and right to the point. Like no more like tiptoeing, no more being scared. She just kind of says how she feels. I like it. Oh, he's having a nightmare.
Here you go. Good job. Hurts, right?
Oh, yeah.
This will fight the infection. Might even bring down your fever.
3 days out.
We haven't seen any of those maps at the crossings. I'm not sure.
Lizzie's tough.
When it comes to people, now she's confused about them. The walkers. She doesn't see what they are. She thinks they're just different.
Mika the same way?
No, she's worse. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body.
Did Tom Sawyer have a happy ending? We never got to finish it.
Up Injun Joe and his partner and wind up getting all his gold.
Like you adopted us?
Yeah, just like the widow Douglas.
I think you're more like Tom Sawyer. You're way more like Huck Finn. You're not even grossed out by dead rabbits. Terminus. 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 I am a robot and dance with our robot friends. Terminus.
That's really funny, whatever your name is. Making all this noise. Where's Judith?
Lizzie, don't. Eyes forward. Smell that?
Yeah. There's a fire somewhere.
We should stop here. We need to look for water.
I can do it.
No, you need rest. Rest your arm. Miko will help me.
I'm kind of
I
nervous.
spy trees and weeds.
You stay here.
Tyrese is the big bubbling fool that always leaves kids behind. Lord Jesus. Tyrese, why can't you just wait till it gets closer?
Tyrese! Sometimes we have to kill them. I know that. Sometimes we don't. You know, Lizzie can carry a lot more than me.
Little and you're sweet, and those are two things that can get you killed. You can toughen up.
I don't have to be tough. I can run. I'm good at that.
No. My daughter ran, and it wasn't enough.
I can kill walkers. I mean, I've tried. I'm not like my sister. I'm not messed up. I know what they are.
Well, you're gonna be dead, girl.
And the bad people were at the prison, and I held up my gun, but I couldn't pull the trigger. Killing people is wrong. Someone killed Karen and David. They were nice.
What about people who try to kill you? People came in and killed our friends.
They probably weren't like that before.
Have to change. Everyone does now. Things don't just work out.
Mom used to say, everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Your mom's dead. At least she was raised right. Like, that's the only good thing, right? Like, this child wants to be a child. She doesn't have a bad bone in her body. She knows that killing is bad, but she didn't download that I'm on The Walking Dead and there's nothing but zombies all over the place. And the people that are alive generally don't have good intentions. So that's why I know this character is going to die very soon. I'm not really sure how soon, maybe in this episode, maybe in the next episode, but she's not going to make it to season. What? Episode 5. I was like, what season am I in?
What are these?
Pecans. You know, maybe we could catch our breath here for a while.
We're still going to Terminus, right?
Just stay a day or two. We saw deer. They eat pecans. We should be able to kill one to eat. But that's what we were smelling.
Is that the place that Daryl and Beth lit on fire? Because that's, she said it's like big enough, whatever, and it's kind of far and all that smoke. It could be where Beth and Daryl were. Wow, they're pretty close, I think.
Maybe a campfire. I can patch that fence.
Probably where the deer are coming from. Play it really safe in here. There's one in there. It's not moving much. Girls, you sit tight. You don't come in until we come out, no matter what you hear. He's got Judith. Mika, get out your gun. You're gonna need to stand watch.
She ain't gotta use it. She already told y'all. She should hold the baby. You hold the gun.
They're gonna be okay. It's not that.
Oh, little kids.
It's that there was a baby. They're gonna find one in there and they're going to stop it. They aren't people. But you're wrong. They aren't people, Lizzie. They're just dead.
Good job. What is this young girl's name? I thought she was gonna die. It seems like Lizzie's about to die first. Maybe with Judith. I'm gonna need Lizzie, get it together. I'm like yelling at these kids.
He did it? You saved him. Why are you upset, Lizzie? Are you scared? And why are you crying?
I don't want to say. I want to bury him.
We can burn him.
This is probably his house. We're gonna use it. We should do the right thing. He should be with his family.
And bury him yourself. No help from me, no help from Tyrese.
I think you're gonna help me.
Carol has lost all sense of humanity. She's like literally desensitized. She is. And I wonder why a lot more characters that all of the characters that we label as villains are almost like Carol. Very desensitized, and they're just out for whatever goal they set. And Carol, this show is definitely giving us a whole different Carol. And these kids are, they're still kids, Carol. They're still kids. But I don't know if you guys are going to think that I'm going to bash Carol. It's not going to happen, just so you guys know. I don't care how wrong she is. I ain't back. Just like people understand Maggie and I don't, I understand Carol.
Lizzie, I'm sorry I yelled at you. Look at the flowers like you're supposed to. Count 1, 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Peaches, oatmeal, baby food. There's a crib.
Pause real quick. I hope that she doesn't keep digging and a dead zombie comes out from the ground because she's digging and the dead zombie bites her. Oh my God, just kind of like what happened to the other little girl. All little girls get killed by zombies on the ground.
Gas. Can you believe this?
Everything always works out like it's supposed to. Take a break.
Thanks.
How are you gonna get the body over here?
You're gonna help me.
Still upset?
Sometimes I don't understand. But I'm trying to, ma'am. Look what I found! I'm gonna name her Griselda Gunderson.
She's a weird one, Mr. Grinch.
Well, now all we gotta do is bag one of them deer and we all set.
I just made myself laugh so much that I spit out my energy drink. Like, girl, you didn't want to name her Sue or Wendy's, like Wendy's the hamburger place, or what's Annie? What did she call her? Somebody's typing ferociously down below exactly whatever that little girl said. She's a weird one.
What's wrong?
I'm not used to this in a living room, in a house.
So relax. We should live here.
Get away from it! No! Right now, You could have died!
It's the same thing! What if I killed you? What if I killed you? You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. You didn't have to. She didn't want to hurt any.
Lizzie's gone.
You killed her! She was my friend.
At this moment, Kara realized there's no saving Lizzie. So Lizzie, I actually thought Lizzie's sister was gonna die before Lizzie, but Lizzie's gonna die before her sister. And I hope Kara doesn't kill these kids. If Kara kills these kids, guys, there's no way Kara would kill these kids. Because nobody would say they like Carol. But Carol knows that those kids aren't gonna survive. I don't think either one of them are gonna survive to season 5.
Is it too heavy?
Nah, fire's still burning.
Could have gone out.
Nope. The smoke's black. If it was white, the fire wouldn't be burning anymore.
She's bigger than you, and in some ways she's stronger. But you're smarter. You gotta look out for her. You have to. Oh, go ahead, you do it. Just like I showed you at the prison. Go.
Yep, she's like, I'm hungry. She's tired of eating nuts.
I can't. We have peaches.
She's a good child. They're not gonna survive.
Think I'm too hard on him?
No. I get it.
One of them can't kill walkers and the other one can't hurt a living thing. They're both gonna have to do both sooner or later. I have to get them there before we get to Terminus.
Maybe we don't need to get to Terminus. Mika's right. We can stay here. I know Lizzie and Mika. I know Judith. I know you.
No, you don't.
I trust you.
You know, as much shit as I talked about Maggie not ever talking about her sister, Tyrese doesn't really talk about Sasha. Sasha's been battling not trying to find Tyrese because she thinks Tyrese is dead. But Mr. Blue Beanie over here, or gray, whatever color did you guys see, he don't really talk about Sasha. Maybe I missed an episode where he did, but I'm just now picking up on, like, he's just like, you know, assuming Sasha's dead and just moving right along. I just don't understand how they think like this, because if I never saw my sibling die and how the ending left with all of them splitting up, or I would still be thinking about maybe I should get to Terminus or something to find my sibling or loved one. Which Glenn is doing. Well, Glenn is doing, but Glenn doesn't have any family. But Maggie's not thinking about Beth, and he's not thinking about Sasha. Maybe he'll say it now. That's very interesting.
We can stay. We can live here.
Lizzie? Sorry. I'll get you more. Lizzie? When we were giving them names, we were just pretending things were bad. Those things, they're bad. They are. We can't pretend anymore. I'm not pretending. You are. I can hear them. They just want me to change. To make me be like them. Maybe I should change. To make you all understand. Lizzie.
What?
Lizzie, they're coming.
Oh, she got...
You did it.
Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Oh, Lord, that scared me, y'all. I was gonna stop it.
I had to help stop them.
Do you understand what they are now?
I know what I have to do now.
It's ugly, and it's scary, and it does change you. That's how we get to be here. That's the cost. That's growing up now.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to be mean. You have to be sometimes, but just sometimes.
Tyrese, not now. Wake up.
Yeah, we have a lot of pecans here. Sick of them yet?
Nope.
I used to make these with my grandma when I was little.
They smell good.
All right, I think you guys are ready to start doing the cooking around here.
Something bad's about to happen. Oh my
Girls
God.
like it here. More food. We could find a car for an escape route just in case. If you don't want to go to Terminus, we could stay.
That mean we can't go someday. When we were getting closer and closer, I realized I'm just not ready to be around other people yet.
You don't have to.
I dream about Karen, and every time I forget she's dead.
Do you dream about Sasha? Do you know if she's dead or not? Can you tell us more about your dreams about Sasha? Anybody? I guess not. Don't tell him, Carol.
Sometimes I see her in a crowd in a city I've never been to. It's back before everything happened. Some nights, the bad ones, I see someone kill her.
Oh, Lord.
Stranger. And then I lose all over again. That's the deal, right? The people who are living are haunted by the dead. We are who we are. And we do what we do because they're still here. The whole world is haunted now. And there's no getting out of that. Not until we're dead.
Stop whispering. Don't tell him, Carol.
Maybe they're not haunting us. Maybe they're just teaching us, helping remind us so that we can live with what we have to do.
Don't you ever be ashamed of who you are, Carol.
That's right, Carol.
You did right by those girls. You did right by everyone.
That's what I said. Left the kids alone again.
My husband used to haunt, told the same stupid joke every year. What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts? Beer nuts are around $1.79. Deer nuts are just under $1.
That's good. But in no way is it stupid good.
I told you.
Don't worry. She'll come back. I didn't hurt her brain. No! I need to show you. You'll see. You'll finally get it. We have to wait.
Lizzie killed her sister? Oh my God, this little girl is a psychopath. She's a psychopath. She completely lost her mind. Oh my God, help everybody in this moment. They have to kill this girl. Oh my God, they're gonna kill the girl. They're gonna kill both of the girls. I knew they weren't gonna make it to season 4, 5, whatever the number we're at.
Put the gun down.
I just want us to wait.
I can wait. I can wait. You just give me the gun. You and Tyree should take Judith back.
Judith can change too. I was just about...
She can't even walk yet.
Yeah, you're right.
So you two take Judith back to the house and we'll have lunch. And I'll just tie Mika up, just so she won't go anywhere.
Mom says what you'll do.
I'll use her shoelaces.
She was gonna kill Judith. Wow, this girl's gone. Lizzie ruined this whole thing.
I brought her some food. Made sure she didn't have any knives. Anything like that.
Oh my
She
God.
has a shoebox full of mice. I asked her if she was the one feeding the walkers at the prison. That was her.
Oh, she's the one.
At the tombs. Found this rabbit. Pulled apart and nailed to a board. That was her too. See, she was just having fun. I was thinking, maybe she killed Karen and David.
Tyrese, not now. Not now. Not now. Not now? Oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing about Karen. I'm actually overhearing about Karen as much as I'm overhearing about fucking Glenn and Maggie. I know. He's just trying to put the pieces together because he's like obsessed with Karen that he knew for a day. I got it. It's not now.
But I don't know how she could drag him away.
Oh, Carol's gonna
Just let
snap.
them turn. It wasn't her.
So what do we do?
Gotta
I
kill
can
us.
sleep with her. I can't sleep with her and Judith under the same roof.
You wouldn't make it. Not on your own.
She can't be around other people.
Talk about
This is how she is. It was already there. I didn't see it.
How could you?
I should have seen it.
Me and Judith.
You won't make it either.
You definitely won't make it with Judith.
She can't be around other people.
What's she trying to say? She gonna kill her?
Pick some wildflowers for Mika. Give her when she comes back.
Oh my God, Carol's gonna kill this little girl.
Fire's still burning.
No. Smoke's white. It's out.
You know everything, ma'am.
No, I don't.
What is it? Are you mad at me?
You're psycho.
Is that what you wanted to talk to me about? I'm sorry I pointed my gun at you. I just needed you to wait. Sorry.
She gonna kill this girl.
You're mad at me.
I love you, Lizzie. And everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Please don't be mad at me. I'm sorry.
Just look at the flowers, Lizzie.
Carol's gonna kill this girl.
Look at the flowers. Just look at the flowers.
Oh, I can't do this episode. I'm not.
I killed Karen and David. I had to stop the illness from breaking out. I had to stop other people from dying. It wasn't Lizzie. It wasn't a stranger. Teresa was me.
I can't do this.
You do what you have to do.
She's over it. She's over this world.
Did you know what was happening? Was you scared? It was quick.
Yes.
I don't know what he's saying.
Do what you have to do.
I forgive you. I'm never gonna forget. You did it. You feel it. I know you do. It's a part of you now. I forgive you.
Oh, I'm getting anxiety.
We don't need to stay here. We can't stay.
If anybody was gonna burn down a house, they should burn it down. That was saddest episode. I hate everything at this moment.
I'm not afraid to kill. I'm just afraid.
You can't win.
How?
You fight. You don't give up. And then one day, you just change. I'll change.
That was a hard episode to watch. Well, I'm normally in a joking mood. I normally can joke. I have the worst anxiety at this moment dealing with this show. This show was horrible. Let me tell you something. Oh, of course, I'm not gonna be able to breathe. Anyways, you get so angry with these characters because they're so annoying, kids included. Like Lizzie was so insane. And then the younger one, Malachi, whatever her name is, that's not her name. Malachi? That's a beautiful name. Whatever her name was, she did. So, whatever her name was, such good characters, great characters. But I just really had a hard time watching it. A very hard time watching it. Although they piss you off, you don't want them to die. When I was screaming because I thought the walkers was gonna bite one of the kids, I was like, no! And to the point where I was gonna stop it. And then I was joking around in this episode saying, oh yeah, I wasn't really joking around. I knew that something was gonna happen with them eventually. I was like, they're not gonna make it a season 5. They couldn't even make it a season, episode 15. Very freaking sad moment. Sad, now we know who did the rats. Now we know, I barely remember the rabbit on the tree or whatever the hell it is. But then we kept seeing that rat, and it's crazy how the show tied back to all the way there with the rats, and we find out that it was Lizzie this whole time. And it makes sense if you think about it, because Lizzie always thought thought the walkers were like humans, and you saw it. Now that you see this episode, you're like, oh yeah, she did talk to the walkers at the fence. Cowboy Carl was saying like, Lizzie, they're not humans, and like Lizzie always associated the walkers with humans. And then the younger one, I thought the younger one was gonna live. I didn't think she was gonna live to. Actually, to tell you the truth, I really did think they were gonna die together, but I didn't think they were gonna die in this episode. But they wrapped those two kids up. They said, only one child will remain, Judith. And how hard was that for Carol to not only put a knife to the one child's head, but then kill the other one? And then, with her child gone, now she's back to being childless. Like, she tried to help these kids, and the kids just didn't want to be. So all the kids are dead, right? The boy is gone somewhere, right? I think all the kids at the prison is gone, minus Judith and Cowboy Carl. But this was a very hard episode. And then I knew, because we kept touching back with Karen. I'm so happy. I'm so happy Tyrese now knows about the Karen, because we don't have to hear about Karen no more. Oh God, Karen. I'm over Karen. But yeah, this was crazy. I didn't think he was gonna do anything to as I'm like foaming from my mouth. I didn't think he was gonna do anything to Carol, because people started saying like at the last episode, I think it was, or whatever, the last time we saw Tyrese, that was the last moment that he was like annoying. So I knew that he wasn't gonna die, and I knew she wasn't gonna die. But now they have an understanding with each other, like, I know what you did, I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget. And with him saying, I'm not gonna forget, I hope that doesn't mean any moment, any time, I'm sitting on ready. You know what I mean? Like, he forgives her, but I won't forget. I hope that doesn't mean like revenge planning sometime. I hope not. But this was one of the hardest episodes to watch. I'm trying to think what the other episode like made me bawl my eyes out. I forgot what episode. There's been a few. Oh, when Lori died was actually extremely hard to see. And when Carl and baby daddy number whatever the holy hell he is, Rick, started crying together, that was heartbreaking too. Yeah, so this is up there. This is one of the saddest episodes I've seen thus far watching the show. I'm sure there's gonna be more. But right now I feel so not okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm trying to give you guys an outro that's long, that's funny, but I have nothing funny to say, and I actually want to stop recording. Good episode. We have 2 more episodes to go, y'all, and then we're gonna be wrapping up this season. Please, no more deaths, unless it's Maggie. I just don't want any more deaths unless it's Maggie. But yeah, this was a hard one. Now we only have 2 more sisters so far, and it's Bethany and Maggie. They're the only siblings. Oh, we have Sasha and Tyrese. But the sisters, Maggie and Bethany, let's see how long those 2 are gonna last. Oh my God, this was a crazy, to have an adult shoot a kid while she was watching Yellow Flowers, that was what the sister said, Yellow Flowers, and then that saying, what is meant to be is supposed to, or that's not what they said. It all works out at the end. Whatever the holy hell that saying was crazy. We saw the child's grave in the beginning of this episode. They should have really picked up on that. Let's get the hell out of here. But nope. Anytime there's a potential of a happy ending, it will get, somebody's gonna die. It's what I'm starting to realize. Anytime there's almost a happy ending, that house was perfect. You know, they got the walnuts, they got the stupid Bambi deer, and then we got the kids dead. And then they had to leave. Anytime, they should have lit that house on fire, as I said. Anytime, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna write it down in my notes. If there's gonna be a possible happy ending, people are gonna get slaughtered. Anyways, thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna go cry and make some food, because honestly, every time I get super emotional, it's time to eat. Thank you once again for being here, and until next time, I'm off this.
You gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right. Look, I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, saving your lives one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes. I do it for the people. I'm Peter Parker running through the 6 with a bag full of